Lafayette now improving to a 10-1 record, 2-0 in the Patriot League, and we're happy to have join us up here Andrew Griffiths, head coach of the Lafayette Leopards. And Andrew, I wanted to ask you, I know Matt and I both got to see the second half of action here on Wednesday against the Penn Quakers, and this game kind of had a similar complexion. The opponent visiting in kept the game close in the first half, but the Leopards seemed to take charge in the second half. Tell us a little bit about what went on this field today.
Well, I think it was a little different from Wednesday in that we actually played pretty well the first half for the majority of the field, but their goalie was just incredible. I mean, she was stopping shots with her head. We had some great shots, and she made some diving saves, recovery saves, and she just did a great job. So we said at halftime, just stick with it. Wednesday we had to make more adjustments at the half, but this time we didn't make many adjustments. We just said stick with what we're doing and be persistent was the word. Excellent.
And the girls, to their credit, didn't show a lot of frustration. I know it's rare that a penalty corner, you'll get like 5 or 10 of them in a half and not have anything to show for it, but then things started to click in the second half on the penalty corners especially.
Yeah, again, I mean, it was their goalie their defensive unit in general was really good in tight situations, and you know, they were really determined and they were fired up to play us. So I think she did a great job, and we didn't do anything differently. We just kept going with it.
Taking an assessment at this point of the season, a critical point, because you're done with your out-of-conference games. It's all Patriot League from here on in, and hopefully a little bit further than that into the NCAAs. Are you where you expected to be even before the season began?
You know, I tried not to look too far ahead. I knew we would be good because we've been training really hard in the off season. But I think it's been a pleasant surprise how well we've done it, how well we've played at certain points. I think we've just really excelled in certain areas of the game, and we finished well, which was great. Makes it a lot easier, obviously. And looking ahead, we're trying to close the chapter on this part of the season. We have fall break, so they have a couple of days off, regroup, and then we're going to come back hopefully with even more energy for the second part.
We'll see you again next week, and that's the game that everybody's kind of looking at, thinking if there's going to be a possibility of a hitch along the way, it could be Bucknell.
Well, I've said before, they've been a great team for the last couple of years. They upset American twice last year, and we played them in the final, obviously, and we always have close games with them. So we're really excited. Those big games are great for us. We always get fired up for it. They're a great team, and we'll be ready to play.
Sounds good, Andrew. Congratulations on another great win.
Thanks, Ann.
Number 13 in the country, Lafayette getting the job done, moving to 10-1. And running quite a winning streak here so far, and we're happy to bring on board our player of the game for GoLeopards.com, Deanna Dicroce. Deanna, excellent job here today, and let me get it from the ground general standpoint, how that first half went, first of all, because you guys are doing everything right, it seemed, and as your coach said, their goalie was pretty amazing.
Right, like Andrew was saying, we played really well in the first half. We stuck to our game plan. We connected well, our defense did great, and we just couldn't score. Unfortunately, in the first half, the goalie made some great saves. Yeah. And then the second half, we really picked it up and knew, like, this is the time. We need to put the goals away. Two of our goals coming into the game were to stay consistent and persistent. So we stuck to those goals and came out with the win.
I'll tell you, there were some amazing plays here for the offense. I think one of the really classic goals was the one where the ball came almost to the side of the goal and just a short pass and a rebound, a little deflection into the goal. It was picture perfect. It was small ball.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about your standpoint on that goal.
Yeah, we practice a lot of different situations right by the goalie. The forwards, we've been working 3 years now together to finish those opportunities, and when the ball is just right out in front of the goal, we really like to connect and score and put it away.
You talked a little bit about the progress over the last 3 years. What are some of the factors that have come together to create this great team chemistry that we're watching?
Yeah, we have a lot of team chemistry, but it took 3 years to build, like you were saying, and a lot of our chemistry comes off field. We spend a lot of time together. We have a lot of meetings, a lot of things we have to go to, lifts, nutrition meetings, and all those things, in my opinion, is what makes it work on the field because of how dedicated we are.
And on a personal note, how fun was it to get to take your talents overseas and play in the United Kingdom, in Scotland?
Yeah, that was a great building block for us. We played some international games, and we did well, and then we also knew that we had to work on a few things, so we worked on those when we came back, and now we're just putting everything together.
Well, congratulations on another great game, Deanna. You've represented Pennsylvania on national competitions, represented Team USA's developmental squad internationally. Great job here today as well.
Thank you.
That's Deanna Dicroce, our Patriot League Player of the Year last year, and also today our Player of the Game. Again, the final, Lafayette 6, Colgate 1. We'll be back next week here on GoLeopards.com for all you field hockey fans out there when Bucknell comes to town to take on these mighty Leopards. Currently ranked at number 13, could go higher this week. We'll have to see. For Matt Panto, I'm Dan Mowdy. Deanna, thanks again. We also want to thank Andrew Griffiths for joining us here in the post-game show. Hope to see you again next week here on GoLeopards.com, and go Pards tonight as we bring you the football contest as well. So long, everyone.